Everybody, what's going on? This is Stephen Howson. This is Full Time Devils. This is tomorrow's Transfers Today, the video where we wade through the bullshit and tell you what is going on with Manchester United in the transfer window. And there is some serious bullshit around today, which we are definitely about to get into. Coming up today, we have got Manolo, Sandro, Fernandez, Lingard, Pogba. I've still got the sound on. Alderweireld and Dybala. So let's get straight into them. Manolas is the first up on the menu. Let's get him on, and let's get into it. So this is coming from the Metro, but I think that there actually is probably a little bit more interest in this than we first think when we look at the Metro. So Roma star Kostas Manolas has said that he would jump at the chance to join Manchester United. He's made 171 appearances for Roma since joining back in 2014. He's been continually linked with Arsenal and Chelsea. Greek centre-half scored a dramatic goal in last season's Champions League to knock Barcelona out, blah, 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 blah. But he's revealed that United are one of the 4 clubs which he dreams of playing for. He says it's only natural to play for the biggest clubs: Barcelona, United, Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich. Named the top one there in each of the countries. Bit of a strange one. Would I take Manolas? I absolutely would. Does it mean that we're in for him? Probably not, you know. But I think he does fit that mould of player that we're looking for in it. An experienced centre-half, Champions League experience, top-flight experience. That's the kind of guy that we desperately, desperately need. And it's not as much about who it is as what the player represents. And I would think Manolas would be a very astute buy for United if he was able to get somebody like that over the line. Next up then is obviously Sandro. So what effect does Sandro have on Luke Shaw is the question being put to us here by Football London. They're looking at it from the Spurs kind of angle, saying that, you know, obviously Pochettino used to manage Luke Shaw. Could they be back in for him? It seems like he's not really a big fan of Danny Rose, and they tried to sign Luke Shaw in the past. It looks like there was some sort of swap deal on the case. So it looks like, for all intents and purposes, that there's a lot of truth to the Sandro stuff. It seems like United, there's places saying that United have agreed terms. There's people saying that the clubs have agreed terms, and it's going to see Damian going the other way. It looks like this one very much about to break through into the happening kind of realm, doesn't it? That's what it feels like for me at the moment. Sandro makes us better. He absolutely comes in and owns that left back spot. I think mentally Luke Shaw's not been able to regain the sort of form that he was. I don't think Mourinho's the right manager to coax a player through a bad time like this. Mourinho's getting enough grief and enough aggro trying to just sort out what's going on at Manchester United. I don't think he's got the time or the patience to deal with someone like Luke Shaw, which arguably could be a shame because there's definitely a player in there. I'm sure he's going to go elsewhere and smash it. But the time and the place is not now, and it's not at Manchester United for Luke Shaw. And when you look at some of the comments that every single one of his managers have said, they've all questioned his commitment. They've all questioned his attitude. Maybe Manchester United is not the one for him. So we've got a sports witness here taking apart another transfer, and it's from an Ojogo report saying that United are after Gedson Fernandez. And would you Adam and Eve it? United, Roma, and Juventus are in for him. Now, as I've been saying all summer, there's something going on, isn't there? There's properly something going on. Why are United and Juventus linked to all of the same players? Like, random players. Absolutely random players. I mean, Ronaldo makes a little bit of sense, which it seems like there's some truth to the Ronaldo thing, going to Juventus at least. It seems like there's nothing in him coming to United whatsoever. But what is going on with United and Juventus just being linked to every single one of the same players? It's madness. So they're saying Ojogo's made a big story about a player today. They love bigging up a Portuguese star coming to United. It's like their favourite thing to do when they wake up in the morning. They're saying that they've refused to pay. It's just absolute nonsense, mate. The Benfica president is like the biggest wind-up merchant in football. I think he's got a direct line to the geezers at Ojogo, and you can't blame the geezers from Ojogo if they're saying, the president's been on the phone again and he's been saying this, you've got to print it. I don't think there's anything in it, though. But they're also, obviously, again, saying all these teams are interested in him. I just don't believe it, you know. Right, strap yourselves in. This is about the biggest load of bullshit that we're going to get. The transfer window, absolute shithouse rate has peaked. Now, this could be a full-on div bingo. This could be a full-on bullshit bingo. We love a bit of bingo, don't we? It's the Daily Star I've gone with this, and I'm disappointed in the Daily Star. And they're saying, Jesse Lingard could go to Chelsea for 80 million, says an expert. Get an expert in what? It's a financial expert. And the financial expert is basically saying like how important a strong World Cup performance is to a player's price tag. Someone like Jesse Lingard going there doing bits in a transfer window, so in a World Cup, can have a massive impact into what they're valued at in a transfer window. Obviously, we all know this. We all know the dangers of seeing someone have a smashing World Cup and then trying to buy them. The price goes absolutely through the roof because the entire world is watching. It's called the World Cup. But you don't make an article on the back end of this saying he's now going to Chelsea. For starters, that's not really what the guy's saying. The actual quote from the guy, he says, I would say as far as Lingard's concerned, it would give him the opportunity to cement in his place at United and perhaps make Mourinho think twice about trying to sign anyone. He's a local lad, he wants to play for United, which is all plus points. But from United's point of view, he's looked like one of the outstanding players of the tournament so far. Therefore, that leaves them in a very strong position. And says basically that if United were looking to sell him to recoup some of the money that we've spent in other transfers, selling him on the back end of a World Cup would be what you want to do. It's literally complete conjecture. He could have chosen any other player to try and make this about. And he was saying he could be worth at least 80 million from the sale. He doesn't say. He says you'd have to look domestically. Only Chelsea would be interested in him unless Pep Guardiola feels like he can develop him further. But the chance of him going to City is slim, which leaves only Juventus. Why again Juventus? And the big three clubs in Spain to compete. So you're saying Jesse Lingard could go if he wanted to, obviously, but he doesn't want to, and there's probably only a couple of teams that could do it for him. You're just like, have a day off, lads, honestly. Jesus Christ. Here we go, here's another one. Straight out of the catacombs of Don Ballon. It says, Lionel Messi has asked Barcelona to sign a £100 million United star this summer, and you're like, oh my days, who are they talking about there? Paul Pogba is who they're talking about there. Is this just on the straight at the back of Paul Pogba talking about Messi in his interview the other day? It probably is, in my opinion. He said playing with Messi would be a dream come true, and they've gone, sweet, let's write an article pretending that Messi has asked Barcelona. Now, I know there's a lot of player power involved in there, and I think Lionel Messi has got a hell of a lot of power there at Barcelona. But come on, Don Ballon, for you guys, this is terrible. Even for you guys, this is shockingly bad. Yeah, Josh Slater in the comments says Don Bellend. I like it. That might be their new nickname. Last one that we got here from the Express. Now, the headline leads you down a path where you go, what's he got to do? And then you read the article, and then 5 times of reading the article before you go, this is one of the stupidest articles I've read this week. So it says, Man United transfer news, Tottenham will sell Alderweireld if Ed Woodward does one thing. And you're like, well, what is the one thing that Ed Woodward has to do? Meet their demands. But obviously, I honestly can't believe the standard of journalism. It's unbelievable. So it says, Alderweireld struggled for game time. Pochettino's started picking Davinson Sanchez and Vertonghen a little bit more. I think a lot of that is down to the contract thing that's going on with him. But look, Alderweireld is mint and instantly improves United. The problem is you try and buy anybody from Tottenham, you have to deal with a Bond villain that is Daniel Levy. You pick up the phone to him and you're getting absolutely rinsed, aren't you? I'd love Alderweireld at United. I'm not sure we're going to make it happen. It might be one that drags out, obviously, World Cup and all that caper. So the last one that we're going to talk about today then is Dybala. Then I'm going to get to the questions. So get your comments in for us. So the player United should sign ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo, according to the MEN, is Dybala. And they said Ronaldo has flirted with the idea of a Bernabeu exit on numerous occasions in recent years. It's pretty much every summer. Each time fluttering his eyelids lashes at United before going and putting pen to paper on a fat new deal at the Bernabeu. It's the same old story this summer, only there is a genuine feeling that this could be the end of Ronaldo's time at Madrid. And there's a lot of talk about Ronaldo. My personal feeling is United are daft to not go in. When a player of that ability is available, you have to get in the mix for them. I don't give a shit about longevity. Now, the reason that this guy writes the article says that someone with a bit more longevity in him and a bit more long-term planning would be somebody like Dybala. I completely disagree. United don't need long-term planning. United don't need... we've got quite a young side. What United need is a leader. What United need is someone to come in and lift us. Yes, we need defending first. We're pretty stacked in the forwards. But if Cristiano Ronaldo is available, and it's a choice between sign Ronaldo, bring in a leader. Think what Manchester United did. You look around that United dressing room, there's a lot of talk that Lukaku should probably be given the captain's armband. But if it's not Lukaku, who is it? Seriously, who is it? Because Antonio Valencia is no captain, really, in the grand scheme of things. Cristiano Ronaldo ends that question. Cristiano Ronaldo comes back to United, his armband is waiting for him on a cushion. That is the literal sort of leader that Manchester United need. We've seen what he's done at Portugal. We could do exactly the same sort of thing at Manchester United with him. We need a leader like that. And some of the youngsters that really look up to him and idolise him, and it's not even about the system. The system that United could employ with Lukaku and Ronaldo as a front partnership would be absolutely mouth-watering. That 4-2-2 is made for this. We would have to upgrade the full-backs, otherwise it'd never work. But you could get away with the centre-half that we've got. Lindelof's having a fantastic World Cup. Eric Bailly, if he's fit, is ample. Cristiano Ronaldo and Lukaku up front would be utter chaos. You got Lukaku bending off to the right and putting crosses into the box for Ronaldo, who's phenomenal in the air. He's got excellent feet and he's got that killer instinct of getting a goal. On the flip side of that, when Ronaldo starts drifting, you're not going to not follow Ronaldo, are you? You're going to mark Ronaldo, you're going to come tight to Ronaldo, and he's going to pull centre-halves out of position, which means Lukaku would be in the box one-on-one. I'm going to get you guys excited about Cristiano Ronaldo as a player, as an option for Manchester United. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's coming. I do not think he's coming to Manchester United. But I cannot believe that this board or our manager has not tried to entertain that as an option. Because Cristiano Ronaldo is an actual game changer. We might sign Sandro. Yeah, it's all right. It's going to improve a little bit of the sequence of our player. Centre half. Yeah, well, we was pretty good in defence last season. Centre half is going to make a little bit of difference. Not too much. Do you know what's going to make a lot of difference to United? Attitude, leadership, someone who can get us over the line. And Cristiano Ronaldo could do that. I don't give a shit how much he costs. I don't care how many years he's got left in him. People tell me he's past it. Sweet. How many past it players do you know that are sitting there with half a dozen Ballon d'Ors near enough? This is a guy that is absolutely fantastic. And if United don't go in for him, it's a massive disservice to every single Manchester United fan. Why are we not in for him? Why? Because not just for the name, I'm not even talking about what he brings as a name. I am talking about what that guy does on the football field improves Manchester United. We need a leader. This club needs a lift. That would be the one. People in the comments saying Ronaldo's agent called and United said no. Well, his agent wouldn't call anybody, would he, like that? No. He would have had a conversation with Jose Mourinho because Jose Mourinho and Ronaldo share the same agent. I'm sure if Mourinho wanted it or if the player had any inkling of coming to United, this would have been a very easy deal to make, especially at the figures that are being talked about. Ronaldo should go to the MLS. Why should Ronaldo go to the MLS? He's absolutely smashing it. Someone saying 400k on Sanchez and now we don't want him. He's not on 400k. Stop reading the Daily Mail. Did I change Fellaini's door locks while he's at the World Cup? Yes, I did. I've got to move all his stuff back into his house next week, so if anyone wants to come and help me, and it took me a couple of days to get it all in the van. It's going to take me a few days to get it all back into his house now. Heard Sanchez has put his house up for sale, and all the news is saying he's getting ready to leave United. What do I think about that? Well, the guy's been here 6 months. I don't even know if he's bought a house. I don't know if he's renting a house or whatever. I have no idea. I'd be very surprised at that, to be honest. Bale over Ronaldo, different position. But yeah, Ronaldo is the best player in the world at the moment. Anyone saying no to him is just whatever. Pat Mouse, am I worried about the business Liverpool have been doing? I don't know if worried would be the word, but Liverpool have gone about their business pretty well. They've improved their midfield. I think if they get another defender in, then they're looking pretty decent, aren't they? They're looking pretty decent. No flair players will sign for Jose. Well, that's a lie, for starters. Aaron Maguire and Michael Venom-Page. It's a strange comment. Absolute criminal if we don't at least try to sign him, says SJ89 Real. Yeah. Hope Sandro will come with a strong centre-back. I'm sure we're in for a leadership-style centre-half. Lukaku can cross to Fellaini instead of Ronaldo. No comment. Do I reckon Bailey's leaving now is the question, with Ronaldo potentially heading out? Who knows? I'm not even certain Ronaldo's leaving. I think this could be a massive flirt and then he just ends up signing like he does. Unless he's proper pissed off about the tax bill that he's just got, which I'd be pretty pissed off about as well. Yeah, people crying over Ronaldo's age are acting like they didn't see Zlatan boss it as the age he did, yeah. I mean, he's younger than Zlatan was when he came over, and he's immeasurably fitter and more mobile than Zlatan was when he came over. Ander Herrera for captain, we don't sign a leader. I would still be surprised to see Ander Herrera in next year. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe if you're new around here. We've got another one back tomorrow night at 11, and every single weeknight giving you tomorrow's transfers today. Or if you prefer a bit more of an in-depth look at what's going on, then the transfer review every Monday is out. So tune in for that one. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.